2 sets of tires. I think that pretty much covers it. If you are the cause of a caution, you will be given an EOL. And that's pretty much it. Let's keep it clean, and it's Charlotte, so it should be a lot of fun. Good luck out there.
If I get wrecked leading under yellow again this week, I might Carl Edwards.
Yeah, definitely understandable. Doesn't look like that guy's in here tonight, so you should be good to go.
Got our race control giving the introduction there, laying it out. Pick back up with Joseph Thibodeau is going to be starting in 5th. Doyle Boyd will be in 6th. The other Joseph Thibodeau in the 8 car will be 7th. Blaine Shepard starting out 8th. Cam Cash starting out in 9th. And Charles Johnson in 10th. So that is our grid set up here as we get ready to go green. Get that off the screen here. Take a look at weather one more time here before we get this started. Bring it up a little bigger. 87% humidity here. Get ready to kick off this 50 laps. Go ahead and get our tower back up there so you can keep up to date with who is where and what position. Should be another good night of racing, and we are green flag now, as it looks like Audit is going to try to take the lead early on. Kind of falls back some there. Aaron Vogt out front, establishing the lead early, trying to hold on to that pole position. Ooh. Like the number 9 there kind of got into Zachary Audit there just a little bit, and Aaron Vogt for some reason already dropping down. Looks like into pit entry there. Yeah, he's going into the pits. We follow Mr. Boyd around the track here. Started in 6th position. He is currently in 5th, so he's moved up 1 spot there. These guys are running about 144-ish, give or take. That's the draft is obviously going to play a major role in that. Take a look at our battle box here. Looking like some pretty clean racing going on right now. We hope it stays that way. It's racing though, anything can happen. Currently, Andrew Deemer is up front. And looks like Zachary Audit just made the pass on Deemer there. Putting himself up in, well, no, Andrew Deemer's, well, they're battling back and forth, so. Couple of changes on the battle box there. Looks like we had a driver get loose. I'm not sure if that triggered a caution or not. Don't believe, well, it didn't. That one right there most certainly did. Yep, and there is the caution coming out. Let's go back for a look at that replay real quick while we're under caution. Looks like the number 10 got into Zachary Audit there a little bit. It looks like we had, not sure if this is, okay, Thibodeau in the wall there. We'll get us back current here. As we see Aaron Vogt there. Back out. He started in first position.
Problem, Andrew?
Currently in 8th. You hear a little bit of trash talking going on there between the drivers. So, first caution of the night.
I'd appreciate it if you stop hitting me under yellow.
So a lot of the drivers going to come on down now and pit. Looks like Doyle Boyd stayed out for the caution this go round. So that'll put him up in first place. Now pit strategy is going to play a role there with all those drivers on pit. See who can come out first and maybe gain some position under pits here. So we see Zachary Audit has made his way back out of the pits onto the tracks. And looks like Boyd is going to be pitting now. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he missed pit entry the first go around, and maybe that's why he stayed out. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, that puts Zachary Audit back in first place as we head into lap 10 of 50. Look like Thibodeau in the number 8 there is taking some extensive repairs. Should be getting ready to wrap up this caution and get us back green here so we can get some more racing underway. Looks like pace car just dove off. And we are back green. Restart was on Zachary Audit there. Got to establish himself a nice little gap between him and the rest of the pack. Oh, already got another spin out there. No need for a replay. We pretty much watched that one happen. Unfolded right in front of us, and I'm certain that's going to put us under caution again. So Aaron Vogt has made his way back up to second now. Cam Cash behind him there, starting in ninth. We'll have some more racing action for you going on Saturday as the truck series heads out to Eldora this weekend on Saturday. No AI in this race. It will be all humans. So that's going to make for an interesting evening if it wasn't interesting enough that these guys are going to be in NASCAR Truck Series trucks out on a dirt track. The fact that there will be no AI and all human involvement is definitely enough to hopefully multiply the excitement. You can catch all that action, and we wind up with a spin
How
out.
do you wreck under yellow?
I mean, what the fuck, Andrew? Like out of nowhere.
I think that might have been a temper tantrum.
Apologize for
Joey,
the
you
language,
good back there?
guys.
Like road rage or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. Sorry about that, guy.
A little bit of tensions flying on the track there, as I was saying.
Back there, I'm right up
Are we still doing the halfway caution?
there.
Hey, admin, are we still doing the halfway caution?
Yeah, we are.
I was just trying to figure out fuel.
10-4, no worries.
So lap 14 of 50. As I was saying, the Truck Series race this Saturday you can catch over on Speed Zone TV. They will be taking care of the broadcast for that for the Truck Series. And after
That guy
having
dropped out of the race. I don't see it.
after having a weekend off, hopefully these guys in the Truck Series will be ready to hit the track and sling some dirt and put some good laps down. And we're kind of hoping that this race is a wild card race. That's kind of what it was designed for. And we're not really sure how it's gonna fare out. Kind of excited to see what happens. And I could be wrong, but I do believe the following week they will be heading to Laguna Seca. So we'll get some go straight from being in some dirt track racing and slinging some dirt to hitting a road course. So definitely a interesting set of next few weeks in the Truck Series. Dirt, road course mixed in with some short track, and because I do believe after Laguna Seca, I want to say Slinger Speedway is next. And if you're unfamiliar with Slinger Speedway, it's a very, very tiny track. Probably going to be a lot of cautions in that race, I would imagine. Probably a lot of wrecks. So if you're one of those that likes to sit back and watch things happen and stuff get tore up, probably going to be a race you'll want to tune in for. As we ride along with Doug Hirschhorn here in fourth position, trying to catch back up to the pack after going green again. Hopefully we can set aside from the stage caution at 25. Hopefully we can go the rest of this race with no cautions and maybe get some green flag pit stops in. I will say, if you're not familiar with the Charlotte Roval, I feel like that is going to be a interesting race to watch next week. Again, that'll be next Thursday at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should definitely be one to watch, though. Road courses make things really interesting, especially with the configuration that these guys are running. They're following along with the Truck Series here with a 30% fuel cap and only 2 sets of tires, so 3 in total with the set that's already on the car at the start of the session. Should make for an interesting time. I'm hoping that the turnout for the road course will be more than 10 cars. 10's a good number, but we're hoping by the start of the season that we'll have a full grid here, so that it's nice and in-depth field with more than a handful of cars to make for some good competition and hopefully some clean racing as these guys progress. These are recruitment races, so some of these drivers you will see again when the actual season kicks off. Some you may not. Really, these races are just designed to give these guys a chance to kind of get a feel for each other and see how everyone runs, and make the determination as to whether or not this is a league they want to be a part of, get some kind of familiar with the rules and regulations and how things are run. Ooh, number 5 got into the 9 there. Ooh, we watched that one unfold too.
Come on, 9 car.
That's going to definitely put us under a caution. So as we enter this caution here, Zachary Audit is still in first place. Cash in second. Vote is now in third. He started in first position, so he's kind of fell back a few spots. I don't think it helped at the beginning of the race with him. I want to say he had to go into the pits to serve a penalty. I'm not really sure what his penalty was for. I think he may have jumped past the leader just a bit.
Josh, you should just use this as the halfway
in
caution.
The initial race start. So he most likely got penalized with a drive-through for that. Caused him to drop back, but I mean, even with that, he still managed to get up to third pretty quick. I feel like we're just now under almost halfway.
Yeah,
So
I think that's exactly what we're going
there-
to do.
so-
Guys, we'll be going ahead and using this as the stage caution, because by the time we go back green, it's going to be right there at 25. So this will be the halfway stage.
Okay, so they're using this as the halfway stage because it is right at lap 25. So kind of makes sense. Wouldn't have been much use to go back green for a lap or two and have a 1 or 2 lap shootout just to go back under caution. Sometimes that can cause more damage than it does good. These guys just coming out of a caution, going back green, they're trying to establish position and lead early on. And well, you see the number 5 there missing the whole front end of his car. Sorry, got a little sidetracked there. But coming out of a caution to go right back under one sometimes can cause these guys to run into each other or get jumbled up, create what I like to call the accordion effect. And it's just usually not a good time. So probably wise to go ahead and use this as a stage caution.
Car number 5, you'll be getting the EOL for this cause of caution.
So we hear an EOL penalty getting given out to the number 5 there of Joseph Thibodeau. As he was the cause of caution there. And for all of you that may be watching or coming back and watching the replay at a later time, some of you are probably, especially if you've seen the posts on Facebook or wherever it was you found out about the race. most of you are probably familiar, but if you're not, this is a beginner-friendly league, and yeah, you can jump into these races with no, little to no experience at all. And a lot of these guys, like the number 22 there, Aaron Vogt, he's
I get an UL, but the 9 car doesn't. I guess I'll just have to rewatch that one.
Yeah, that's affirmative. You got into his rear end and spun him out.
He drove up on me when I came to his rear bumper.
Joey, answer your phone.
not the time to have a dispute with race control there. Anyhow, a lot of these guys have a lot of knowledge and whatnot on racing. They're a great tool to learn from. And Aaron Vogt, he races in the truck series for the Palmetto Racing League, so he's no stranger to the tracks. He's also part of another league that runs pretty competitively. So with guys like that,
The 5 needs a black clear because the
intermingling in with some of these newer guys, kind of showing them the ropes and teaching them, so to speak. It tends to make the series a lot better, a lot stronger. And if you watched any of the races from season 1, there were guidelines and setups, in play, but not really any official rules. Mainly because it was 2 humans going at it from majority of the season. The other cars were AI, and you can't really penalize AI because it doesn't do much good. But the truck series
Just letting you know you got some net code going on.
coming back and having more humans in it now has definitely made things a lot more interesting. And so this series is more for entry-level individuals who want to learn, the racecraft, and maybe get out there with some of the guys that have more experience and kind of learn the ropes, and possibly, bring home some wins and start out in a car that isn't, 600 plus horsepower, and in some cases a little easier to manage and control than your truck series or your Gen 6s or next gen cars, or even the Gen 4s for that matter. I kind of forgot just how powerful those cars were, because it was rumored before it was decided that they were going to run street stocks, that they were possibly going to run Gen 4s. And while that might have been fun and interesting to watch, I don't think it would have fared very well for some of the newer guys that don't really have that experience and need more, because those cars are pushing 900 plus horsepower depending on the track, and that could have made for some nasty crashes. A lot of races being ended early, so I feel like the street stocks are a good happy medium there, because they're still fast, and on tracks like this where they can draft off of one another, they tend to build up speed there. Aaron Vogt slipped into that first place position, so he's done battled his way all the way back up and is now leading it, with Zachary Audit close behind there, hot on his heels. So the rules add a little bit of structure and consequence to try to discourage careless incidents and unnecessary cautions. Charlotte is not a super speedway, but it's for cars with 350, 400 horsepower. It's a really good track for them to get out there and really get a feel for drafting. And, when there's no telling what season 2 may wind up looking like. Little close there. We got a pack of them rolling. Trying to keep this thing competitive. Looks like Audit done slipped back into that first place position. This is gonna probably wind up being a battle because these guys are. Appreciate the like there, Doyle. Thanks for tuning in. These guys are getting some competitive racing in there. Audit staying right on Vote's bumper. Try to make that pass. I don't believe he's going to have enough to get by him here. He's gaining a little bit. Got the 10 close behind there, forming a nice little draft. Audit staying to that outside line. We've got 20 laps to go before we wrap this one up. This has been a good run here. Zachary Audit's kind of fell back some there. Back to fourth. I don't foresee him staying there long. Doyle Boyd right there behind him. Looks like now Vote and Shepard are gonna try to get a little competitive here as Shepard tries to take that first place position. 3 Panthers in a row right there running after one another. 4 coming in too wide here in the turn. Looks like he's got just enough to slip out a little bit past Vote. And Vote takes it back from him, holding that inside line there. And 9 looks like he's going to try to squeeze up the middle a little bit. Doesn't have enough for it, so he jumps in behind the 10. Dropping back down behind Aaron Vote now. He's going to try to come up on the inside. Aaron's realizing he's got one on each side of him, so he's going to have to play his cards right here. Ooh, a little bit of contact with the wall there from Shepard. Good run, pretty much single file there. A little bit of net code from the 10. He's going in and out. You see on the screen there, Shepard started in 8th. He's now up in 2nd position. Trying to give Vote some competition there. The 4 of them are staying together really well though. Shepard's now out just past before Vote comes back and takes it. Got the 10 and the 9 car there sharing a draft along with 22 and 001 drafting off of one another, kind of giving them a little push. So far, Vote has had it to stay out in front. And Shepard's going to try to make that pass again. Looks like he lost a little bit of the draft there from the 9. Too wide in the turn there and sort of a diamond formation. Should make for some pretty good draft. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get around that 22 of Vote though. He's holding pretty steady there with Boyle right behind him. Or I'm sorry, my apologies on that name, Doyle. Tried to combine his first name and last name together. That's not a good run. Yeah, more net code from the 10 there. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue. If you've ever been in official series races, net code happens all the time. It's what we refer to as net code when they go in and out like that. And Man, I tell you, that can really cause some trouble in a race when you're, oh, now we're seeing it from the 9 there. When you're in a race like that, and especially being up close on somebody's bumper and they just all of a sudden disappear, and next thing you know, they're reappearing and you're already in their bumper and spinning them out, it creates an issue a lot of times, and it's usually never good, for sure. I guess that's one factor there that sets real life racing and sim racing apart. Real life racing, you don't really ever have to worry about anybody just vanishing in thin air and reappearing in front of you. Got 3 cars, well 2 technically, in the battle for first here between Blaine Shepard and Cam Cash. Boyd's trying to catch back up to the pack there. He lost a little bit of time, it looks like. He's catching up though, and the 10 is coming in for a pit along with the 9. And and Boyd, he's coming in for pit there. We got Zachary Audit here and Thibodeau trying to catch back up to the pack, it looks like. Drafting off of each other, trying to catch back up. That's one of the, ooh, a bit of wall contact there. And with something like the street stocks, it's a little more difficult to keep pace, especially when you lose the pack, and it does tend to get, or act, I should say, as a super speedway. Once you lose that draft and you got no, oof. Yikes, number 5's got some net code going on, it looks like. I assume anyway, he kind of just disappeared and never came back. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, 9, if we back up, we can catch him by running together. We won't catch him by ourselves.
You hear the number 4 there of Zachary Audit telling the 9 car if he slows up the pace a little bit, they can help each other get back up to the pack.
Oh, 9, you're going to have to back up to me if you want a shot at the 10. The sooner you do it, the better.
You see there is that panned and showed the front stretch there in front of the 10. He is a ways away from the gap there. Aaron Vogt has a significant lead on these guys and doesn't appear to be letting up at all.
Oh, 9, you got to back up to me if you want a shot at the 10. We're not going to catch him single file, but if we draft, we probably could catch him.
I ain't drafting with you. You wrecked me like 3 times.
Whatever. Don't go for the win. You're just going to sit there in second instead of choosing to go for the win. That's your own prerogative. I never actually wrecked you, but whatever floats your boat, bud.
Oof.
We'll go back after, and I'll have you show me where I wrecked you.
A little bit of smack talk going on there. We've got 6 laps to go before this one's over. About a looks to be about a there's no way that's right. About a 48-second gap there between our leader here and the guys behind him. As we hop back up to the front here with Aaron Vogt, he is now going into the pits with only 4 laps to go. I'm not sure if that was a wise move or not. It may have been. I do believe he had a lap on these guys, so I think everyone else was a lap down from him, because when they all went in for pit, he stayed out. So yeah, he's still currently first. So now we're back to everybody being on the lead lap with him here, but he's still got enough of a gap. You can see that gap's coming down some. Shepard's catching up. There he is coming around the turn back there, but still a pretty significant gap. So just 4 laps to go before the conclusion of this one. I reckon we are about to see if Vogt has what he needs to take the win home on this one. About a 7-second gap there between him and Shepard. See Shepard back there in the distance catching up. Still got about a 7-second gap though. It's kind of fluctuating a little bit, but not by much. Two laps to go now as Vogt in the 22 there comes around and he is headed for the finish. Should be white flag around this time. Final lap. Coming out of turn 2. And it looks like Vogt is going to have this one in the bag. Coming around now, here he is on the home stretch. And Aaron Vogt is your winner of this Street Stock Series recruitment race at Charlotte Oval.
Good job out there tonight, guys. Aaron, good job, man. Yeah, boy, thank you.
So looking at that leaderboard.
So, 09, let's go back and look and see where I quote-unquote wrecked you instead of, like, let's go race for the win.
See there, Aaron Vogt is our winner. Blaine Shepard in second, Cam Cash third, Zachary Audit in fourth, Doyle Boyd in fifth, Joseph Thibodeau in
Okay, buddy.
sixth in the number 5 car.
Yeah, I'm all ears. What lap? Because
Doug Hirschhorn
I
in
don't think I'm
seventh,
close to wrecking you.
Andrew Deemer in eighth, the
I
other
backed
Joseph
up to the guy and
Thibodeau
caught you
in
by, like,
car
3
number
seconds.
8
If you would've
in
just
ninth
done that with
position,
me to
and
start
Charles
with,
Johnson in 10th.
At least would have gotten by the other guy.
So not
I don't
a
know why you wouldn't want to better yourself no matter
Not
if
a bad
someone
way
wrecks
to-
you or not.
Not a bad way to end the race there.